yourself.
Hey everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me as always is the Die Hard to Die Harder to my Die Hard, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me at an airport.
Have we done this one before?
I don't know. Maybe.
If we have, I'm sorry, listener, but the Die Hard with a Vengeance to my Die Hard, Nate Loucks.
Hey, it's me.
It's pretty great, Nate.
It's a pretty good movie.
Die Hard with a Vengeance, top notch for me.
Yeah, I mean it is better than yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like we've done that before. So listeners, if we've done that before, please let us know.
We don't really listen to our own episodes, so we don't know.
So the four of you that listen, somebody let us know.
We got more than 4 listeners.
How many downloads do we get a week? Is it in the hundreds?
Yeah, it's in the hundreds, but it's not like in the thousands.
We'd
but
like it to be. So hey, like and subscribe. Smash that subscribe button.
Smash it so hard.
Yeah, I wonder if there's anything that we can do to like get the subscribers. Like if there's like a
contest or something.
Yeah, or like an ASMR sex thing, or
Like fondle them.
like
No, that's literally illegal.
Hey,
No, with consent.
hey, do you want to listen to me eat soup off a butt?
What are you doing?
What are you into?
What are you into?
I'm not into it. I'm just doing it to get listeners.
I mean, it came to mind very easily
very
for you.
quickly.
I tried to think of food and something sexual, and soup and butt came up. It was like playing like rolling dice.
I know it came up so easily for you. That's what I'm a little worried about.
I don't know.
Well, they say that about Brad. He's all soup to butts.
Yep, it comes easily.
Oh boy. Well, hey, if you didn't know, it's a movie podcast where we talk about the latest movies we've seen. So we talk about some trailers. We sometimes we play a movie game. I wrote one today, so we've got one.
Soup to Butts is gonna be the name of my book.
Brad wrote
From soup to butts.
From
The Brad Oman story.
Yeah. A memoir.
And at the end, Finn.
Yeah. But it'll be a picture of your son Finn. Just do 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs down.
He would do.
Exactly. What's the frame rate? That's what he'd ask.
Mm-hmm.
What's the frame rate on Brad's life?
It's a book.
I don't know. I've never read.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So Brad, as we always do, this is a holiday time of year.
You bet it is.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah, we're getting right into Christmas. Thanksgiving is over. We stuffed the turkey and we ate it all, and we're ready for Christmas.
That's a weird way to say it, but okay, sure. Do you have a Christmas themed sponsor?
I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say like it's inherently Christmas themed, but it is a seasonal treat.
Is it Hanukkah
that
themed?
just came out? It is not Hanukkah themed.
Is it the McRib?
It is not the McRib, but damn, that would have been a great idea to bring.
Do you guys like McRibs?
I do.
I think they're fine.
I like them.
I don't think they're great. I mean, they're okay. They're fine.
I don't ever get
For,
excited when it comes back.
Lab grown.
Every now
rib
and
meat.
then I'll try it. Like I'll get them. Like they just basically just dump meat in a cookie tray that's shaped like ribs.
I do. I run into the room and I'm like, it's back! It's
Everyone!
Ben fucking loves
I
the
love
McRib.
the McRib.
No, but this is a limited
It
edition
gets me McHard.
seasonal treat. They put Christmas decorations on the bag.
So it is a Christmas treat.
A little bit,
So what would make it not a Christmas thing?
Yeah, if there's Christmas
If it
things
didn't
on the
have
bag.
if it didn't have Christmas themed things on the bag,
What?
Does it have Christmas theme?
it does. Yeah.
Okay, then
yeah.
So it's Christmas theme. What are you doing?
I don't
Well, no,
understand this.
but the flavor is not one that you would think of as like, oh, that's a Christmas flavor.
So are you
know?
talking about like you walk into Jiffy Lube December 14th and they're hanging Christmas lights up and you're like, Jiffy Lube isn't or inherently Christmassy.
Who's getting snacked at Jiffy Lube?
No, you see what I'm saying? Like it's just decorated for the holidays.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with Christmas though.
Right.
So is that what this is?
They do this year round. This flavor is a year round flavor.
No, so that's the thing is.
Oh my God.
We're getting into the nuance of the snack world is that this is a new flavor, but the flavor itself won't make you think of Christmas because it's not a flavor that only comes around at Christmas. Like it's not like a peppermint flavor or like a sugar cookie flavor or something like that.
If this turns out to be like Noel themed,
Or like eggnog.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Is it eggnog?
No, that would be really funny. So this is a new Werther's Original Chewy Caramel.
What are you, 90?
And it's cookie butter cream filled. So it's a chewy caramel and it's got a cookie butter cream filling. So Nate, here you go.
I've brought it Werther's Original.
It's not it's not a sucker Werther's though. Like you're not gonna suck on this
Oh,
one.
it's a hard candy?
No, it's not. It's not a hard candy. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
You're giving us hard candy?
No, this is
We're at that stage of life. I mean, I'm old.
No, this is a chewy caramel.
Yeah, so this is the kind that old people will get stuck in their teeth and they're going to get confused.
Old people and me.
Yeah, and that's why we don't give them to old people. This is for the youngsters.
It's gonna confuse them, though,
with the
'cause
strong teeth.
it's
You don't want
Werther's.
we don't want no dentures chewing on these caramels.
So there's like something in the middle.
Yeah, a cookie butter cream.
Oh, that's like a toffee.
It's caramel.
It's like toffee.
Where the original
You
makes
say
caramel.
but why isn't it just caramel?
Because there's 2 A's in it.
No, it's stuck in my teeth.
As well it should be. That's how you know it's good. That's the sign of a quality caramel, my friend. If it's getting stuck in your toofs.
You know what I was going to say when you said that there's 2 A's in it? I was like, well, it's not Aaron. Oh, shit.
Hey, Aaron?
It is Aaron.
Yeah.
Hey, Aaron. All right, it's
Okay,
fine.
yeah, it's fine.
It's fine. It's not.
I like
What do you want from me, Brad? What are you looking? You're looking at me like, well, respond. It's fine. It's fine.
Tell me if you like the fucking treat. You know how the podcast works. Jesus Christ.
But it's another flavor that's not needed in the palette of flavors that exists right now.
What does that? I don't know what that means.
You know what? You know what? It insists upon itself.
Yes. Why do we need that flavor?
Why do you need any flavor?
Because flavors are good, but this doesn't add to anything of enjoyment. It just exists. I mean, it is an existing flavor.
People have described my friendship like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't really add to anything. It just exists.
it's just kind of there.
I like cookie butter as a flavor.
We don't want him to not come. But like if we forgot to invite him, like that's okay too.
We're not sad about it.
Yeah.
But if he's there, it's fine.
It adds nothing.
So you guys don't like cookie butter as a flavor? Or?
Not really.
I don't know what cookie butter is.
I don't know.
You know those Biscoff cookies?
I mean, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it's
Ma, pick up the biscuits
or
the store.
I want some Biscoffs.
or Speculoos.
No,
you're making up names.
That's the Biscoff
Ginger
cookies.
Tots.
Biscoff is a brand. Speculoos is the flavor, and so it's a certain kind of cookie.
Hey, Nate, have you have the Morse staffs? Oh, I love Morse staffs this time of year.
Those have just the perfect mix of marshmallow and peanut butter.
Morse staffs,
yeah,
are the way
Morse
to go.
staffs, top notch. Love it from Old England.
You like the areola? Oh wait, no,
You can suck on those for hours.
they melt in your mouth.
No, but I like cookie butter. I like Biscoff cookies. It's those are the cookies that you always get when you're on the plane.
Yeah. Okay, Brad.
You don't like Biscoff cookies?
They're like biscuits. They're just like the flavorless biscuits.
I do not like anything that is a vanilla style cookie or vanilla style biscuit.
It's not vanilla though.
Anything that is like yellow and just
It's not yellow either. It's brown.
Do you like the cookies that come in the tins with the
No, I don't really.
Why?
I think
I like those.
They're too plain.
No, I like those.
Yeah,
for some
old.
reason. I know.
So why don't you love these caramels?
Because they're just they don't add anything.
I
to
like
my
these
life.
caramels.
You like caramels?
No, I don't.
No, because they're caramels.
They're caramels.
They're not caramels.
Yes, they are. It says
They're
it
not
right on the bag.
caramels.
Holiday
Caramels.
caramels.
I think it's really pretentious.
Hello.
Way to pronounce it. Oh, it's caramel.
My name is Bradford. If you had a caramel.
Smell my own farts and caramel.
I'm gonna love smelling farts after I've had egg salad sandwich.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
Well, you gotta love your own brand.
I do like egg salad. Do you like egg salad?
I fucking love egg salad.
Soup to butt Brad over here talking about
Egg salad, deviled eggs. I will fucking eat that shit up, and I will fart up a storm for days.
Cool.
Did you guys have deviled eggs on Thanksgiving?
No, we save those for Christmas, buddy.
Only on Christmas?
I mean, not
Why do you
only on
limit
Christmas.
yourself? Why do you limit yourself?
We just don't have them at Thanksgiving.
Do you like cranberry sauce?
Yeah.
Do you like cranberry sauce in the can?
No.
Oh, that's my favorite. I want it to have
It's gotta be prepared
I want it to have
properly.
the shape of the can still.
I get it.
The ridges.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like to make Thanksgiving sliders. Do you like to make Thanksgiving sliders?
What is that?
No, what is that?
You take turkey and stuffing and cranberry sauce and gravy, and you have a sandwich.
We didn't have any. We don't usually have stuffing.
What the
Wait, what?
fuck is
Did
wrong
you
with
say
you?
out loud into the microphone? You don't have stuff.
What do you put in your turkey?
It is like the number one thing that goes at the side of it.
Yeah.
We don't usually have stuffing. No, in our family.
What you don't put anything in your turkey?
I mean, I don't think you have to put anything. They think the turkey can cook without.
Yeah,
stuffing.
but why wouldn't you utilize that space to make delicious stuffing?
We just don't. We don't. We have mac and cheese.
That's a Christmas dish.
No, mac and cheese is
No, I like macaroni and cheese anytime.
Oh my god! Hold on.
You watch your mouth, sir.
I just blacked out. This is a movie podcast. Brad, what's the last? Well, so thank you, Werther's Original, for sponsoring the show.
Yeah, and thank you for spreading your cookie butter all over our mouth.
Good lord. Yeah, so that's something you shouldn't try.
No, you can try it. It's delicious.
Brad, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
Oh, that's a good question.
We didn't assign anything this week.
Yeah, we were kind of
It's been busy. It's the holidays. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Nate probably wasn't going to watch his anyway.
I watched the one from last week.
Well, that's
Thanks.
the problem. Is you wouldn't
Yeah.
watch one from this week probably then because you've been too busy for farting around.
I'm not farting.
Yeah, egg salad sandwiches.
Yeah, not eating stuffing. That's for sure.
No, I'm doing low carbs, so I don't have a lot of farts.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank
You look great, buddy.
Thank you.
I feel like
Bless.
the vegetables should be giving you farts. You should get your tummy checked, buddy.
Oh, but yeah, I only eat meat and cheese.
Yeah.
And you should be farting.
or you should not be farting at all. You'd be really bound.
Kind of how it is, yeah.
Brad, I'm on a meat and cheese diet. I fart once a quarter. Hey, I just had my May fart. So I got to take the day off work tomorrow.
Does that mean a quarter comes out when you fart? Ding. I did a double feature today at the old movie theater. I went to go see Napoleon, and Next Goal Wins.
Okay.
Back to back.
Two
I'm interested
very
about both of those.
similarly themed movies.
interested
That's why I put them together.
So Napoleon's getting a lot of crap right now because I feel like the crap that it's getting is because maybe people went into it not expecting the type of movie that it is. It from what I understand from the online fodder, is it's a little sillier maybe, or there's some comedy in there that people didn't expect.
Wait, there's comedy in it?
There's some laughs in it, but just because of like Napoleon, who he is as a character, and like just the
and
way
some dialogue that's I think
there was
funny.
nothing in this movie that I thought was overly silly or felt out of place as far as the comedy. It has just as many laughs in it as something like Gladiator, which has some well placed moments of levity, in it. And this is a Ridley Scott movie. And I'm one of those people too who doesn't necessarily know a lot about the real history, so I'm not bothered by the lack of historical accuracy there might be in presenting Napoleon, and especially when it comes to certain war strategies and things like that. The movie was pretty much exactly what I expected. I have heard some complaints from people as far as pacing, and I can understand that a little bit. It's around 2.5 hours long. And you do feel it in certain areas, but for the most part, I enjoyed it. The one thing that I was kind of like frustrated by, and it takes a certain kind of movie to distract you from this, and for some reason, this one, I don't know why, but like it bothered me. A lot of times when you have movies that are set in Europe and stuff like that, and they do speak a different language, like French or something like that, they'll often just give people like vaguely, British accents or something like that. They won't necessarily speak in the full language in which takes place. And this is like that. Even though Napoleon is French, takes place pretty much mostly in France. No one is speaking French.
It's all British?
No one has French accents. Joaquin Phoenix isn't even putting on a British accent.
He's American.
He's just his normal voice.
Really?
Yeah. And so it's kind of odd. Like,
did it take you out of it or no?
a little bit, because like I would have even appreciated if he spoke with the same accent he had in Gladiator, because like he puts something on in Gladiator. He's not speaking with his normal American voice.
I didn't like him in Gladiator.
You weren't supposed to. He's the villain.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
okay.
I just thought he was villainous.
Well, yeah. So he did a great job.
Yeah.
I
Didn't like him.
don't like Tom Hiddleston.
Yep,
But no, it's
same.
it's odd to hear it, like just I think that's part of where my complaint would be, is that some of the lines he says don't sound as good because they're said with an American accent. They would sound more powerful in a British accent or some other European accent.
Like in the trailer when he's like, "Let's go to war, bro."
Yeah. And they kept that in the movie.
That is very much a Joaquin Phoenix accent right there.
But yeah, so I still liked it. I didn't love it. It's not one that I'll be keen to revisit necessarily.
What do you think it excels at? Or like, what do you think it does well?
The cinematography is great.
Okay.
The battle sequences are just as good as you would expect to be from Ridley Scott.
Yep.
The one that's previewed in the teaser, that takes with the lake and the ice and everything, that's a great sequence. There's another great battle sequence in there too. So like there's good stuff in it. I liked it while I was watching it. Wouldn't necessarily go out of my way to sit and watch it again. But I thought it was fine. All right. I don't think it's worth anyone going crazy about or complaining, bitching about.
It's not as bad, because I have heard some crappy things about it, honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Crappy would not be the first word that would come to mind.
Yeah, you didn't mind seeing the film.
Yeah, not at all. And then I saw Next Goal Wins.
Yeah, how did you like that one? I haven't honestly heard much about this film.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's seen it or not.
No, it's gotten very mixed reviews, leaning towards the negative. And some of it I think is just because people
love a good sports
people have
movie.
gotten a little tired, I think, of Taika Waititi's shtick, and this does have his kind of trademark comedic spin on certain things, and it does feel a little tired.
I'm still here for it, though.
Here's the thing. I thought I would be too, but I'd heard from some other people who I trust who just like weren't impressed by it and like were really disappointed, and because they're people like me who like Taika Waititi stuff, love Hunt for the Wilder People, like who he is and that kind of thing. But this just it just feels like
is he phoning it in a bit.
It's not that he's phoning it in a bit. It just feels like it kind of misses the mark. Like, it feels like a sports movie from the 90s, but not in a great way.
So is it just because he's not breaking new ground anymore?
I think that's part of it, but because like even the stuff that was funny, like I was only kind of like moderately chuckling at. Like there was never any moment where I was like laughing out loud riotously or anything.
That means that, forgive me if I'm wrong here, but that would mean that it was expected, because obviously comedy that is unexpected is the stuff that really hits you.
Yeah.
So you saw it coming.
No, and I thought the trailer...
It's not even that you see it coming. It's just that the jokes aren't super clever. Like it's just it doesn't feel like it's as sharp as he normally
Brad
is.
hates Taika Waititi.
No, I thought the trailer it set up a playground for some really good potential for humor.
I agree.
Right?
I agree, and I'm a sucker for these kind of sports movies.
Yep.
And I just kind of honestly, I felt whelmed by it. Like that's really just the best way to say it, because it's not super funny. The sports stuff it's very formulaic, which is fine, but I don't ever feel like it earns the heart that it feels like it has.
It insists upon itself.
And it's just like Michael Fassbender is very good, and he plays the role.
I've heard he can act.
He plays the role
He's okay.
very genuinely, but it doesn't necessarily work as well for the comedy in the same way that like when Adam Driver and Ryan Gosling do things that are funny, even though they're not trying to be funny,
Right.
it doesn't entirely work. And it's not because Fassbender is bad. It just doesn't fit the vibe of the movie overall. Like it would have been better if they had somebody who was more comedically inclined in the role.
So that's an interesting point. Adam Driver can be on SNL and crush it by playing very serious.
Yeah.
I don't feel that Michael Fassbender could do the same.
Yeah, and again, it's the way he responds to stuff is very. It's exactly what it would be in that moment and for that character, and the way he reacts and like responds to things that are out of order that he's confused by is supposed to be funny. It just doesn't feel funny coming from Michael Fassbender, and it's not really his fault because he's playing it exactly like he should. It's just that like the material isn't really as funny as it should be.
Sometimes they're just cast wrong, right?
Yeah.
There are some people that can play that role seriously and still make it funny.
Yeah, and it just like I felt like there was a lack of chemistry with the team. They didn't do enough to like build up certain members of the team, and like there's also like a side story with like involving like him and his ex-wife, who's played by Elizabeth Moss, and it just feels kind of weird. And like part of that in a way, like without saying too much, like part of it becomes an emotional core for Michael Fassbender's character, and like you find out why eventually. But it's just, yeah, I was really just kind of surprised with how it landed, because it has all these hallmarks that I should like, and I just really didn't fall in love with
This
it.
movie or The Replacements?
The Replacements.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's not an amazing
No,
movie.
but
that's a fun
But the
movie.
Replacements knows what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, and honestly, like, yeah, it just I think that, yeah.
Oh wow,
This
that's-
movie or
that's
Rudy?
telling. Well, come on.
Oh, jeez, come
Get
on.
the fuck out of here. Go home.
This movie.
Rudy's the best movie ever.
This movie or the remake of The Longest Yard?
Oh, that's a good question. But yeah, so yeah,
It's this movie, right?
I was just disappointed. in-
Brad,
say-
please,
please say
say it
this.
though, because you haven't really said it.
Yeah, no, it is
Which one?
Longest Yard. No, I'm kidding.
It'd be amazing if you're like, so moving on. I don't really want to answer that question.
But yeah, so yeah, I was.
That's too bad. Because
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this trailer, and we reviewed it on an episode, and I was really excited about that.
Yeah, it's disappointing. I was disappointed.
Is that everything you watched this week?
No, I'm sure you've seen more.
Nothing new, honestly. I watched It's a Wonderful Life because that's just what you do.
Isn't it so good still?
Yeah, of course
It
it
is
is.
just so freaking good.
And I hadn't seen It's a Wonderful Life for the first time until like a few years ago. You know,
Really?
it was one of those movies where like I always knew its legacy and understood what it was about, and I knew like the key scenes, and like it was always on the day after Thanksgiving and all that stuff, or Thanksgiving rather.
I'm still, every time I watch it, I'm still blown away at how beautiful it's shot. How
Yeah.
it's just
Frank
It
Capra.
is just such a good film.
Yeah, it's a classic, and it's a classic for a reason. It's
Ben,
really
have
good.
you watched it?
Yeah, I always root for Potter, and he never wins though. you
That's
know?
true. One day,
Old Man Potter.
He'll get him.
He'll
He
get him.
wakes up and he's in Pottersville, and I'm like, good. I mean, finally, the guy that deserved to win wins, because you got to be shrewd. Who the fuck just leaves? Oh, Uncle Eddie or whatever leaves $5,000, the whole deposit, just like
Is it Eddie?
Uncle Ernie. I don't know.
I don't think it's Eddie.
I don't like
it.
him.
I just
though.
feel like
He's
that's
a
like
fucking idiot.
like
Jesus.
National Lampoon.
Well, it costs he's like, you dumb son of a bitch. You cost a man his life. He tried to kill himself because what you did to him.
Yeah.
That's the moral here?
But he wants to live again.
Good.
Oh, do that again. That was good.
Hey, well, listen, Mr. Potter,
It's a
we
good
got to
James
do something
Stewart.
about this.
Uncle Billy.
Now, how much do you need to get you through the weekend? How about $20? So yeah, that I went to go see
No,
Elf.
sorry. Of course, it's a classic. I got introduced to it a few years ago. Actually, same thing. 2016, I think. First year
I cry
watched
every time. I love it so much. It is one of my favorite films of
yeah,
all time.
it's very good. It's great. It's fantastic. Love it. I watched Elf again. I went to go see it at a special event. They have over in Chicago at the Auditorium Theater. They did Elf in concert. This year's the 20th anniversary, and so they had that that show they do where they play the movie and they have the orchestra.
Yeah, I still need to go to one of those because I know you love them and they're so much fun.
Yeah, they are awesome.
Who'd you go with?
I went with my mom.
Oh, nice.
Took my mom. Had 2 tickets. And
I cry at Elf every time too. Do you know which
you
scene
really?
I cry?
Is there a movie you don't cry at? Okay, moving on.
No, but what scene do you think it is that I cry at Elf?
Bye, buddy. Hope you find your
Nope,
dad.
not that one. Nope.
Is it the scene where Buddy gets yelled at?
Nope, it's the scene where at the end Santa's sleigh starts flying and he waves goodbye to the family that he's yearned for, that he wants so badly.
Yeah.
And they finally accepted him and he has to go. And he's waving goodbye. I cry at that time. That scene every time.
There you go.
You guys should have a heart sometime.
I do.
Yeah, I don't.
I just don't relate to Buddy the Elf.
I love it. No, there is most movies I do cry at least once.
But yeah, it was a great.
I love you, buddy. I love you so much.
It was a great experience. It's at these events. It's always amazing to hear the orchestra play and just sound absolutely perfect. Just the timing and the sound, like it.
Was it like the Chicago Philharmonic or?
I forget which orchestra it was actually.
I'm sure there's multiple
Probably
ones.
the
in
Chicago Symphony Orchestra.
Right. Well, but there are. I mean, there's several. Because it's Chicago. But obviously, because of Chicago, it's filled with some of the best musicians ever. But yeah, they're just so perfectly in sync, and like the sound sounds exactly like the soundtrack. It's amazing.
Do they even do the do 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 do? Mm-hmm.
So one thing I was curious about is I don't know, they didn't have a choir there, so
Yeah.
I think that there's probably part of it where the vocal stuff maybe is like a pre-record, but they're obviously doing all the instruments.
That's cool.
So,
I love that movie.
but yeah, it was fantastic. It was really good.
It ages
see
well.
like that.
That film ages well.
The one that the other Christmas one that I would still like to see that I haven't yet, that I'm sure is going to be amazing when finally do, is they do Home Alone at the Chicago Theater every year. And the Home Alone score is just tremendous, and so I would love to hear that live.
Is there a Christmas classic that has gone into the American lexicon since Elf?
I don't think so, honestly. Not like on that level anyway.
Yeah.
That's like the last,
Like
contemporary
last
Christmas classic. Yeah.
What about you, Ben? Do you think Office Christmas Party?
Bad Mom's Christmas.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
That's a
It's one for the whole family too, I think.
Yeah, The Night Before, probably.
The Night Before. I like that movie.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Elf 2.
It's too late. You can't make an Elf till half the cast is dead.
That's a good point, actually. Joey Deschanel got in a train accident.
I was going to say, who else other than James Gunn is dead?
Ed Asner.
Oh.
Yeah, that's like an essential part
Hey,
of it.
Bob Newhart's still alive.
That is
No,
he
he's
is?
not.
Yeah, isn't Bob
Oh,
Newhart
yeah,
still alive?
he hasn't died.
I thought he died.
He's 117.
He is very old.
He's
if
very
he's
old,
still
but
living.
he's not dead.
Are you sure he's not dead?
He's not dead.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure, but I'm just saying.
He might have died
I
somewhere
don't know.
recently.
I feel like he died recently, but
No.
he didn't.
He
Is
There we go. Still
94 years old, probably not in acting shape.
I'm pretty sure he is still.
I'm
making
going to look right
appearances.
now. I'm looking at his Wikipedia, and
Because he was only 74 20 years ago. He looked 94 20 years ago.
the last thing he did was in 2011. He had a cameo
The
in
Sound of Freedom.
Horrible Bosses.
I think he's still doing live appearances though.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure he appeared at an award show not too long.
He
ago.
was in 3 episodes of Young Sheldon, and that's a somewhat recent show.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
The weird part, he was playing young Sheldon.
But I love Bob Newhart.
I love Bob Newhart. He's so
He's a gem. He's a
perfectly
gem.
dry.
He's a mensch. He's a real mensch.
Yes, yeah, that's what I've heard. Ben, what's the last movie you saw?
So I'm 80% through 2 movies.
You know, I love when you talk about movies that
I
you're
know.
not finished with. It's my favorite thing that you do.
Ben always our friends so bad.
I'm sorry.
Because you watch movies in little increments.
I
You
do.
are a Quibi movie watcher.
I have to be these days. I run around.
You don't have to be.
You didn't do any
choose
running
to be.
around today. You were at home and you answered phone calls.
You're literally sitting in this studio right now with your underwear on and no shirt.
I had a couple hours to watch it, and so I did, and then I got some phone calls from some work stuff, and I had to handle it. And so those pauses took up. I have literally, without the credits, I've probably got about 16 minutes left in this movie that I.
Which movies?
So today I watched The Killer with Michael Fassbender. It's a David Fincher on Netflix, and so far I really like it. I'll see what happens in the last
it's
16
new.
minutes. Yeah, it just came
I
out.
don't think I've heard of this.
Yeah, it just came out.
Is it any good?
I really like it so far.
I've heard good things.
Oh, Tilda Swinton's in it. She scares me.
She's very intimidating.
It's the story.
Yeah, it's
it's
feel
the singular story of it follows directly Michael Fassbender's character of a contract killer and his inner monologue the entire time. So there's hardly any interaction between him and other people. It's just a lot of him talking through how you can be successful as a contract killer and what you have to remember in order to do so. And it's very methodical, and it's very well done. And of course, Fincher always knows how to score a film. Fincher scores are incredible. So it's almost like the score becomes sound effects.
Well,
it's Atticus Ross and Trent Reznor, right?
It's Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, which are they've won awards, right? They're just so freaking good.
It's so good. So that's a very striking score as always. So that's really good. I'm sure that I'm going to like the last.
It's getting great reviews. I've not even heard of this film, and it's getting. I'm looking forward to seeing it now.
There you go. And that's the only thing you watched?
What's the other one?
And then I'm probably about 75% through Retribution.
Why didn't you finish one before you started the other?
Okay, because I forgot that I was watching Retribution.
And Retribution's only an hour and a half. You could have finished it.
I forgot.
Jesus Christ.
That's the one we watched the trailer for this with Liam Neeson.
Yeah. I talked about it. I saw it.
Yeah, you saw it, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
You said it was a little better than fine. You said it was better than normal.
I said it was better than I expected.
It's fine.
It's a perfectly serviceable action thriller.
It's fine.
I'm surprised you didn't like it.
Well, he hasn't finished it yet. So.
if there's a huge ending scene that changes,
it
my
really
opinion
peaks
here,
at the end. It only has like a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's not
fine.
But those 29% really liked it.
Yeah.
Actually, those 29% just barely said it's fine.
It's fine. How about you, buddy? What'd you watch this week?
I've watched a couple things. Firstly, I watched Genie.
The new Christmas movie with Melissa McCarthy?
Melissa McCarthy. I watched that. As our listeners know, I'm a big Christmas movie fan, so I am biased towards Christmas films. Mm-hmm. I will like a Christmas film that isn't very good.
Right.
And I actually like Melissa McCarthy. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. I think she's funny. Some of the roles that she's done, I just love. There's been some that aren't great, but she's very talented. I didn't love this film, and it wasn't because of Melissa McCarthy. She did fine. It just didn't have a great script. There wasn't a lot to do with it.
Now, is it more of a straight-up comedy, or is it like a drama with some laughs?
Or is it more like
it's not a drama? It's she's a genie, and she's making and it's hallmarky, honestly.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. I was like, is it more of a Hallmark?
Yeah, and so essentially the main protagonist loses his family because of his work. You know, it's almost like a Scrooge thing. His boss wants him to work hard, and so he's torn between working too much and then his family, feeling abandoned. He comes home and it's his daughter's birthday, and he forgets to get her a present, and then his wife and his daughter leave, and then at that time he's sad, and he rubs this box they have, and there's the genie.
No one has ever thought to rub the box before?
Yeah, apparently. There's a couple of things like that where I'm like, Melissa McCarthy does what she can do in this role. She's not the problem in this. It's just not what bothers me too is there was something to be done in this film that you could have done that was, I think, a little more heartwarming, a little more creative. They just didn't do it. It was just a little bit too paint by numbers, and I didn't love it. It's not a film that I would put in my lexicon, Christmas lexicon.
So you're not going to rewatch it next year?
Nope. It's not like Spirited that was on Apple TV, which I've watched already again this year, which I love. The other one was I watched with my son Harrison on Thanksgiving night. Disney's The Naughty Nine. It is a children's film.
The Naughty Nine?
Yeah.
The fuck is this?
What's the follow-up to The Hateful Eight?
So
I would love to watch a Christmas version of that.
So did you see 8-Bit Christmas?
Yeah, I loved 8-Bit Christmas.
Yeah, so one of the kids in that stars in this film, and
I saw 80% of that.
8-Bit Christmas is great. I really like that film. But this is about kids that get put on the naughty list, and they essentially it's like a little kid heist movie. It was fun. It's not great, but
is anybody of note in it?
No. Danny Glover is Santa Claus.
Well, that's somebody of note.
Yeah, I mean, but like,
wow,
but that also just established for me what kind of movie.
Yeah.
The best kind, the kind with Danny freaking Glover.
It is a made-for-Disney movie. My son enjoyed watching, and I didn't hate having it in the background.
A joke?
Did he say
where he is
old
at the mall, maybe, and he says, "I'm getting too old for this." Sit.
No. Nope, none of that. No, because he's real Santa. He's not like a.
But he still has to sit and listen to.
No,
kids.
he doesn't go. Real Santa doesn't go to the malls. That's his helpers.
He never puts kids on.
No, his helpers go to the mall. He doesn't.
Nate, do they say the line or not?
They don't. They don't.
They really missed out on an opportunity there.
Yeah, he's never definitely done that for laughs.
Finally, I watched a film. This is not a Christmas film. It is a film that was made and released on June 7th, 1996.
You are so welcome, Nate.
Called The Rock, a film directed by Michael Bay.
That's Sir Michael Bay.
Yeah.
He put some respect on that name.
Starring Sean Connery.
Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Nicolas Cage, Ed Harris.
Not bad.
And a bunch of people that you would know from different bit roles. I texted these guys earlier. I said John Spencer's in this. He was also in The Negotiator, which I think Brad gave me. John Spencer's in one of my favorite shows ever called The West Wing.
Watched the first episode of that the other day.
West Wing? Mm-hmm. It is such a great show. And there's other David Morse. Do you guys know David Morse?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean he's just been in so many.
Of course, I know Morse.
Yeah, I think he was in. What was the one? Tom Hanks. No, Tom Hanks.
He was in that too.
The Green Mile. He's in the Green Mile.
Yeah, that's true.
He's in any movie that you need a dirty cop that gets caught and has to turn on his fellow cops. He will be that guy that turns reluctantly.
Mm-hmm. And so this film was so much fun. It is 2 hours and 20 minutes. It is a watch. It is longer than you think it is.
But I honestly don't think that
you don't mind it.
It doesn't really drag.
Yeah,
though,
you don't feel it.
As I was watching this film, Nicolas Cage is such a weird personality.
Just now figuring that out.
No, it's just when you watch it, it's like, who else can be Nicolas Cage? Who today? We talk about this sometimes on the show. Like, who today could play Nicolas Cage type of roles that is under, let's say, 35 or under 40 even? Who do you think could you compare to Nicolas Cage today? Like this role, because he's crazy, but also he's a doctor.
He's just an eclectic nerd, but also can pull off like he's gonna fight for his family a little bit, and like
he delivers some lines so weirdly, like, you know, it's just. But he's not bad at all. It's so weird. Who do you think could play Nicolas Cage type of roles today? What is a young actor that you think could do those?
Ryan Gosling.
I just feel like Ryan Gosling's better looking.
Yeah, I mean Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling doesn't have the same eccentric look that Nicolas Cage does.
I don't know that Hollywood allows for people that are just not 11s anymore, though. Right? Like Nicolas Cage doesn't really exist anymore because, like, he's a 7 in Hollywood, maybe a 6 sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Vanessa Marcel, who is his baby mama in this, is way better looking than him.
Jesse Plemons.
Sure.
Ooh, that is not a bad one.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Nicolas Cage, the way he delivers lines.
Paul Dano.
There you go. That's
there
a good
we
one.
go.
Yeah.
Paul Dano could play the role of him in this movie.
But do you think Nicolas Cage is purposely delivering lines the way he does, or do you think that's just kind of him? It's like Matthew McConaughey.
Little column A.
Yeah, it's kind of like Matthew McConaughey when he delivers lines. I'm like, that's just kind of,
you know
who
what?
he is.
It's a choice, but it's a choice to be Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he's choosing to be him.
Yep.
He's not choosing to play a role.
Yeah.
And so I think Jesse Plemons is probably a better actor as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
But I really love this.
Oh, yeah, he is. But Cage, though, like, what? There's a line in there where he's like, you know, he doesn't say asshole, but he goes a-hole.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
This is so weird.
Have you you've seen The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
Oh,
right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
No, and I have no problem with Nicolas Cage. I actually like Nicolas Cage.
No, he's
just
great in this.
It's just he's so unique.
Now, did you watch? You've seen Con Air?
I have loved
Okay,
Con Air.
because these came out back-to-back years,
Yeah.
and then Face Off was right before this.
I'm actually a little surprised
So
I haven't seen this because this film is
Yeah,
a type
it's-
of action film I really love. I love
I mean,
Sean
overall,
Connery.
did you like this film?
I love this film.
Yeah.
I would watch this again in a heartbeat.
So good.
Ed
I
Harris.
actually haven't seen it in a while. I need to rewatch it.
It is fun. You know, what's interesting as well is like you've got the villains are this is so 90s. The villains are villains with altruism. Right, there is a spirit behind them that you can side with, and so they make them the villains, but they're not.
Because isn't David Morse the guy that like says, "General, we're not going to do this"? Isn't he the one that pushes back on Ed Harris?
Well, no, Ed Harris is the one that is like.
Oh, sorry, he wants to do it, and Ed Harris is the one that
Ed
pulls
Harris
back.
is like,
Yeah,
no,
right.
this was we're not doing.
We bluffed.
We're trying to get them to pay for the. So the setup for this film, if you have not seen this film, the setup for this film is Ed Harris plays a general that has I think lost his wife, and he's kind of on this, in a sense, kind of a suicide mission where
he's given everything for his country.
He's given everything for his country, and he's upset because people have died in the line of battle or in the line of duty here, and they have not. Their government has not provided for their families. They have not. So it's this kind of like altruistic thing, right? And so for him, my last act of heroism is I'm going to make sure that the government protects these families because their people or their loved ones paid the ultimate price. And honestly, John Spencer is the head of, I think, the CIA, FBI, or something like this. They don't really come off as the heroes.
No, they're actually the real villains of this film.
Yeah,
or the government where it's like, hey, yeah, they just got fucked up, right?
Exactly.
And we've talked about this at length with the MCU and the problem or not problem with certain comic book movies. If you have a believable and not necessarily altruistic, but you understand why the villain is doing what they're doing, the movie's 10 times better.
I've shared this before, but my daughter, after we saw Avengers, I forget which one it was, but where the snap happens, and my daughter's like, I kind of get it. I mean, everyone. I mean, it is a. He even said people won't feel it. There'll be no pain, right? But so it's like the idea where it introduces you into this ethical paradigm of, is it altogether bad of what they're doing? Yeah. But certainly,
this is the age old. Does the ends justify the means?
Exactly. And so now, especially when you know that Ed Harris's character they're threatening essentially some kind of like terrorism that will. What is the?
It's a chemical bomb.
It's a chemical, terrorism.
They're anal beads.
Yep.
They do.
They do like anal beads.
So there is a chemical mixture in these little glass bead that are about the size, a little bit bigger of golf balls, filled with green gas that Nicolas Cage's character knows intimately.
Yeah, it's what he does for the FBI.
That's for the FBI.
He is a counterterrorism guy for.
But the problem is that this general decides to take over Alcatraz, the prison island.
And Sean Connery is a person that has escaped from Alcatraz.
The last known or only known person to ever have actually officially escaped from
Alcatraz. Who
Alcatraz.
is a former MI6 agent.
By the way, great premise. Great premise, right? Let's get the old guy that was the last one to escape, bring him out of retirement, quote unquote, out of prison.
Did they ever really, maybe I missed it, maybe when I went to the bathroom or something, but did they ever really...
You don't pause the movie when you go to the bathroom?
No, because it's an hour.
What is wrong?
Wait, hold on. We can't brush past this. What the fuck?
You're at home. You're not in the theater.
Yeah, pause the movie, man.
I had to pee.
Yes, you go pee, but you pause the movie.
Especially because you're like, you've never seen the film.
Yeah, why would you?
Nate.
It's 2 hours and 20 minutes.
If you've seen the movie before, that's fine.
We got to keep this train going.
Yes, of course.
We've got to keep this train going.
No.
2 hours and 20 minutes.
No.
Hey,
this is the same thing where
I will not be lectured by somebody that watches movies in 15-minute increments.
Okay, but you will listen to me because that's not what I do. And you pause movies when it's a first time watch and you go to the bathroom because you have the ability to do so.
You've been to enough movies with me. You know I have to pee a lot.
Yeah, you pause the movie though when you're at home.
I'm not going to pause that many times. I won't do it.
Nate, let me ask you a follow up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How often? And be honest, I won't get mad. How often do you look at your phone during a movie that you've not seen?
Not that often, but I usually have my computer going.
What are you doing on your computer?
Usually on Wikipedia, looking at the actors and I want to know more about the production, and because I have a question about this thing.
But you don't pause it while you're doing that?
No.
Yeah, see, I didn't.
No, do you just watch the movie?
Yes. It's a visual medium.
Yeah, because then you're
soaking up everything.
Later on, you're gonna be like, I didn't really get that. Why they did that? It was a little lackluster for me. They could have really expounded upon that. They fucking did. But you were looking at the production design of, did they really build Alcatraz? I just want to know.
Or just what other actors did they have in John Spencer's role that they were thinking about? Don't you wonder that sometimes when you watch a film?
Yeah, but I pause it when I look that stuff.
Oh no,
so I can pay attention to the movie.
You got to keep the thing going. We got stuff to do. We got things to do.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. Nate does not watch movies.
Don't lecture me, sir. All right,
I might
you
watch.
Don't even.
I might watch
finish
20-minute increments.
You
but
don't
I watch the whole fucking.
No,
thing.
you do not. You are. You just said you're 75% done.
And I'll get through
You
it.
will not. You will not. You will not. I
will,
don't.
and
I
the whole
will
time-
not be lecturing. Brad, that's fine. I will not.
The whole time, though,
I will not stand here and tolerate
You're sitting.
what you are saying right now because it is malarkey.
Brad, have my back here.
No.
Brad's like, I don't.
I don't like to say this. Ben's right.
You're siding with this son of a gun.
We're recording right now, right?
Yeah.
It's a Christmas miracle.
You gotta just watch movies, buddy.
You gotta
I just
actually
pee.
do the thing that
I
we
pee.
want.
I pee sometimes. That's all. That's all.
But that's not the point. Just
I
pause.
Can't pee? I can't.
Yeah.
Why do I have to pause?
Because you can,
You're
and you
fucking-
should.
You're
My VCR doesn't have a
you did
pause
speech
button.
debate. What,
He
what-
just said VCR. No,
What?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's joking, but I'm also worried.
in speech and debate, what's he doing with the thing? It's not a straw man, but he's like saying like,
not
I'm
building
sorry,
a
I'm
straw
sorry,
man.
I'm sorry, I have to pee.
I'm not building a straw man.
I know he's not. I said you're not. But
Stalling?
no, what's the other? There's another term in speech and debate when like it's a false dichotomy. It's you're not. The fact is that you have to pee has nothing to do with it.
I don't have a pause button.
That's not even
not-
remotely true.
But yeah,
No, it was on TV that I watched.
Is that right, Brad?
I had to time it. I'd be like, no, we gotta get home. I gotta be home at 7 so I can watch The Rock on TBS.
That's exactly right.
It's Thanksgiving. And you know what that means? 24 hours of The Rock.
Freaking A. This is gonna
Honestly, TBS, if you're listening, do that because I swear to Christ, I will watch.
Just
I'll
do
watch.
it on, do it on 4th of July.
Me pissing is going to go on the freaking title of this podcast. I know it.
Nate doesn't watch movies.
I had to pee.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, so you watched The Rock and you loved it.
And he loved it.
It was fine.
Fuck off. Now I know you're lying. Now I know you didn't watch
Okay,
it.
so this Con Air Face Off, rank them.
Ooh. See, I'd have to go back and rewatch some because I have not watched. I loved Con Air when it came out. I loved it.
The answer is Face Off.
I'm not a Travolta fan.
I mean, you don't have to be a Travolta fan to appreciate how great he is
Brad,
in Face Off.
To me, it's the Rock, Face Off, and then Con Air.
Oh, really?
To me.
Oh,
Interesting,
see,
yeah.
I would say The Rock
It's-
because I really like
it's
The Rock.
only because of
Con
Sean
Air
Connery.
then Face Off.
I mean, Sean Connery is great. He's wrong.
He's epic.
But man,
Sean
like
Connery.
Face Off is just
The action is better.
Is buck wild.
Yeah,
It's fine.
And
Yeah,
it's
but
nuts.
and Cage is unhinged, and
Yeah.
and Travolta doing Cage is
It's
awesome.
I will
Yeah,
say
that is true.
It's,
That is true.
It's tremendous.
I need to go back and watch it because I loved Face Off when it came off, but I have not seen it in years.
It's bombastic and
Yeah.
silly and everything. But
I do
just-
remember them thinking like, oh wow, they actually sound just like each other,
and
right?
it is great. I just, for me, I think it's probably the nostalgia of, there was only a year difference between Face Off and The Rock, but that was when I turned 14 to 15.
Yeah.
And that truly, like, I became a teenager when The Rock came out. I remember watching that movie and be like, I want to save the world. Like, you feel
Yeah,
something.
I liked-
I was
I-
probably just slightly too young to get.
I kind of like the emotional element of The
Face
Rock
Off.
too. Like they're
Yeah.
it kind of introduces you to some characters that have some layers there as well. I like that.
Michael Bay does a great job. I hate to say that.
I know you love the Transformers movies.
Oh, yeah. Not the first one, but everything after. Same thing with Pirates of the Caribbean. The first one's
Jesus
garbage. Everything else is
Christ.
better.
You just got bad opinions all
You know what?
around.
And also, I start in reverse order with the Bourne movies. Legacy is pretty great, but not as good as Jason Bourne.
Oh my god.
This is fun. I could do this all day.
Oh my goodness. How do you guys feel about them doing another Bourne movie?
They're not really.
Yeah.
Paul Greengrass
They don't know who's doing it. They're still writing the script. They just want to do another one
with Matt Damon.
They're hoping, but they have to give him the script first. So we'll see. But they're working on a new
Fingers
Bourne
crossed.
I mean, how
Jeremy
old?
Renner.
How old is
Matt Damon?
Yeah, how old is Matt?
He's got to
Damon?
be 50 something. Yeah, early 50s. I think.
So he also said on Smart List that he quote unquote would never do another Bourne because. Did you listen to that episode?
No.
So in the podcast that we listened to, Smart List with Sean Hayes and Will Arnett and Jason Bateman, they had Matt Damon on, and he was talking about how, it was so hard to be in that good a shape,
Yeah.
and he can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So he was like, I wouldn't want to do a disservice to the.
I mean, I would love to see it if they did like old man Jason Bourne.
absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, who knows what will happen with the script? Or
Did you,
anything like
Brad? This is going to sound like a really a strange segue. Did you ever watch 2006's Rocky Balboa?
that. No.
So I really like that film. I'm not joking. I think it's great.
No, I've heard it's good.
Because it does the thing that you're talking about, where it takes a character you've known for your whole life, and it ages him. And honestly, it's unbelievable, of course, because he's playing a 55-year-old guy, and he still is a shredded. He looks amazing. They wouldn't necessarily have to do that, but as long as he's in some semblance of like old man shape,
exactly.
That's what they need to do. But that movie is a great example of how it could be done.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
And then Sylvester Stallone should be in it, and they should fight.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
I don't disagree with any of this. Nate looks like he's deep in thought.
I am. No, I'm not in deep in thought. I'm reading the
facts about our Alcatraz.
No, Jason Bourne. It looked like the most recent film that they're talking about is going to be directed by Edward Berger. Is that right?
What?
Edward Berger.
Did they announce a filmmaker with the news?
What?
The story literally just broke like last week.
Yeah. So according to
are you on Film Junkie?
The Hollywood Reporter
Yeah.
and Deadline, Edward Berger will serve as the director.
I didn't realize they had a director attached.
Yeah,
so.
he is the same one that directed All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that now. Yeah, I forgot that they said that.
I
liked All Quiet on the Western Front. Didn't reinvent the wheel, but it was very good.
He has a new one coming out with.
Well, it did reinvent. It was
called
a remake.
What is this film called? Conclave. Have you heard of
I don't know what that is.
It's got Ralph.
Macchio?
No. Sorry, Ray Fiennes.
Want to try it again?
Nope. John Lithgow, Stanley Tucci.
Nope. He just says no.
Isabella Rossellini.
Hey, it's got Jan Mikovich.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go try that again? No.
No, I'm done. Oh, it is a Cardinal Lornelli tasked with finding the successor of the deceased pope. Discovers the former pope had a secret that must be uncovered.
Ooh.
That's the new plot of the Bourne movie?
No, that's the Conclave.
Sounds good.
Of the new Stanley Tucci.
Oh.
So Stanley Tucci, Ray Fiennes?
Yep, there you go.
Okay. John Lithgow all play cardinals.
Oh.
I've never even heard of this film.
So it's an animated movie about birds.
Yeah.
It's the Three Popes.
The Three Popes.
What's All My Loving?
That's a joke.
Never heard of that one.
Two popes?
I got you.
You didn't laugh.
I just thought it was nice to
fine.
acknowledge it.
It was fine.
Yeah, it wasn't those things where like it made me laugh. I was just like, that's amusing.
Good for you. You said it.
Yeah.
You said the
Bring it
thing.
up next time. Say good job.
That's just good for you. I'm happy for
I'm
you.
You're saying that now, but it's because I had to ask.
I'm proud of you.
No, I just you make choices in life, and we support your choices.
Yeah, I like that. Sometimes you just go for it, and I appreciate that about you.
I like that you. I like that you try.
But
that's
wasn't
the
a bad,
thing is.
The thing is, I tried and I succeeded. It's not a
Listeners
bad
of this
joke.
podcast often
hold on.
comment that you try, and I like that.
Success is relative, and I feel like you succeeded at making a joke, whether or not the joke was very funny.
Because
It's-
there's
that's
three famous
sometimes-
actors playing Cardinals, and so it could be called the Three Popes. And it was pretty fast, and I came up with it pretty quickly. And
sure, it also doesn't have sound logic because they're cardinals,
but they could become Cardinals. Can become popes.
Not at the same time.
How are there two popes in the other one? See, I did it. Hey.
It was okay.
Hey.
Well, we also watched
What are we doing?
some trailers.
Yes.
There's some new movies
Ben,
coming out.
I did the last one.
I wrote the game under the game song.
Actually, didn't Ben do the last one?
No,
I
I
did.
did.
No.
Nope,
No.
I did.
No, because
Alex Pappas was on, and I sang.
yeah, he
No,
did.
I did.
No, he did the "Oh
No.
Brother, Where Art Thou" song.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
All
and,
right.
and he did it unprompted.
Brad, you haven't done one in a while. Go.
First of all, I do one almost every fucking time.
Oh, hold the fucking phone. We all know that you fucking make me do it.
Yeah, but I always join in.
No,
Well, I mean, that doesn't
no.
mean anything.
Here's what happens. I have to do it alone, and then anytime either one of you fucking chuckle fucks do it and are failing, the other one trying to and it just makes it sound great. Like you got another goddamn bass tone to it, and now I look like a fucking asshole dying on a vine.
Wow,
It's so true.
he's got some feelings about that.
And it's so listeners know that like you guys leave me to die, and you have each other's back.
It's just I think
it's unfortunate.
Brad and I operate on a very similar
you son of a
musician
bitch.
wavelength. I've seen
You're a pastor, but I will.
no,
fight
but
you.
I've seen Brad play the bells, the Christmas bells.
That's true. I do play Christmas bells.
And so Like I think we just operate on a similar wavelength.
right.
Yeah, we're like music bros.
And like,
well, hey, Music Bros, take it away.
You make choices
Why don't
that
you
I
both
don't know
do it?
if
Why
we know
don't-
how to follow.
Why don't you
sometimes.
both
Yeah,
go
like
prove it
when
right
you
now?
make a three popes joke, we don't know what to do. with that.
But we support that you chose to make it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I
we're
love
good
your
friends.
creative spirit.
All right, go ahead, spirit away.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I just want to watch some trailers with my friends Ben and Nate. We're 3. I just like to watch some trailers. They're so much fun to see. When I can see the movies coming, even if there's no Christmas tree.
All right, good job, guys.
And it was right on key too.
I also,
You could tell.
my favorite part was Nate starting off with like, and they go, oh, he's changing it up. Yeah, you know what?
So, see, that's the thing is you got to feel it. You got to
Yeah.
go with it. And
You know, the one thing that we're all thinking, listeners included, is that you guys are definitely on the same page.
So we watched some trailers for new movies that are coming out. The first trailer
by the way,
we watched.
Do you guys in your head whenever we get there? Do you think of Ben's? It's trailer time. It's trailer time. Every time that's the song.
It's trailer time for me and you. Trailer time.
Every
Christmas
time.
and Jew. Trailer time. Having fun with friends. Trailer time. Friends to the end.
See, it's great.
See, it comes in my head every time.
So yeah, we watched the trailer. Funnily enough, for a musical, it's Mean Girls, the musical.
Mean Girls, the musical.
Starring ageless Tina Fey. She
Yeah,
does
she
not
really does
age.
not. And Tim Meadows still looks great too.
Oh
for
yeah,
that
Tim
matter.
Meadows. No,
I mean,
Tim
he's a
Meadows
little grayer.
He's that gray.
Oh
but
yeah,
man,
but he's still
handsome gentleman.
So Mean Girls was originally adapted from a book, but the movie was turned into a stage musical on Broadway. That was
popular one.
Yeah, a very big hit. And now that musical version of Mean Girls is being turned into a movie that brings the stage musical to the big screen. Tina Fey is involved as a producer and writer again, and she also reprises the same role as Mrs. Norbury, or Ms. Norbury from the original movie. And Tim Meadows is also back as the school's principal as well. But we have a whole new cast playing the main characters in the movie, including who, Nate?
It is Andre Rice. Is that how you pronounce her name? Renee Rapp, who is very popular amongst Broadway. She's done a lot of Broadway things, but she's also on The Secret Life of
The Sex
or
Lives of College Girls.
Of college girls.
Secret Life of Pets.
Brad, you're gonna have to help me with this one because obviously I butcher every name. But Auli Cravalho,
I'm not sure about that one.
she was the voice of Moana.
It's actually pronounced
Oh, yes.
John Hamm.
And then yes, John Hamm is in this. Tim Meadows, Jenna Fisher, Busy Phillips.
Jenna Fisher is playing Katie's mom, and Busy Phillips is playing...
Amy Poehler's role.
Is
Yes.
Busy Phillips, is that Danny Masterson's ex-wife?
No.
Who's
Or, yes, ex-wife, yes.
Yeah, ex-
No.
Right? No?
No.
Were they not together? I thought they were.
No, that's a different one,
Is that a
right?
different Busy? I thought her name was Busy.
Bijou. Is that her name?
Bijou Phillips.
Yeah.
That's a different person.
Is that really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
And then there's Bussy Phillips.
Lord.
I don't think I don't think Busy is related to them though.
Yeah, I think that you are correct. I think they're a separate Phillips family.
Yeah.
How about Bussy? Is Bussy Phillips?
No, I think
related?
Bijou, is that right? I don't even know how to pronounce it.
I've always said Bayou.
Bayou Phillips.
That's how I
Yeah.
pronounce it.
But is the daughter of John Phillips and Genevieve Walt is.
We just naming parents now? Like that doesn't sound.
Perhaps
recognize them.
you've heard of the Mamas and the Papas.
I have. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's her parents.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, we love to know things.
You know what? Pause the movie. Let's look that up.
Why pause it?
But yeah, so what do you guys think about this trailer? Are you interested? Are you engaged? What have you seen or heard the musical soundtrack?
Well, Brett, you know I love a good musical.
Yeah, of
And I
course.
love a
If there's
good-
anybody in here who loves musicals, it is definitely Nate.
I am here for this. I don't know if it's going to provide enough differences from the film, other than there's going to be some fun numbers.
Yeah.
Maybe some choreography I'm going to want to learn. But I do love this, and I'm looking forward to it. I'll see it.
Yeah, so I haven't heard any of the songs. I don't know how good of an adaptation the musical is of the movie. But based like the look of it, definitely, and the style of comedy and stuff, it does very much feel like they've used a lot of the movie to drive the musical, which is fine. The one thing I always get annoyed with trailers for musical movies is it always seems like they're hiding the fact that it's a musical, even though like it's a musical.
Yeah.
So is that though because in a trailer you can do a snippet of a song, but that because it's a musical, so they're trying to draw you in to the non-musical part of it, so that you see that there's a movie too, so that people that maybe don't love musicals would still go.
I'm sure that's it, but like I also for me
they're
like
directing that at me.
Yeah, and like but for me like I want to hear what that music is going to sound like because I want to know without having to go and listen to the soundtrack, because I don't like when it comes to musicals that are being turned into movies, I do not want to go and listen to the soundtrack before I see the movie. I want to experience it for the first time
Brad,
in the movie.
When it comes to books that have been made into movies, that have been made into musicals, stage plays that have been made into movies, I think you're wrong.
This was nominated for Tony Awards for best score, best musical kind of things. It was.
Did it win?
It did not win, but it was nominated.
Well,
sorry, but it was nominated quite a bit. I don't even know what won that year. But it was nominated for lots of things.
Probably Hamilton.
I will.
There's a good chance.
I will
Hamilton.
say that yes, that I want to see this.
Actually, the one that won was The Band's Visit. I don't know if you.
I've heard of that, but I don't necessarily know what it's about. Will you see this in theaters, Ben?
No.
I wish you would come to movies with me.
I'm okay. So Tina Fey, though, I trust her, right? Mean Girls surprised me when it came out. I remember loving it.
Yeah.
Without knowing shit about it, just saw it randomly. Was like, oh my god, this is hilarious. Introduced us to a very funny person in Lindsay Lohan that panned out really well too. So
He's Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, sure, her as well.
It's Lohan.
All three of them have had great careers as the three popes. So it's been good stuff. So anyway, I'll check this out.
I do wonder, because I've not seen the musical, I wonder if there is any changes in the adaptation to the musical, because I hope there is.
Well, one of the things that in its adaptation, I think
that's a Nicolas Cage movie.
I think that one of the things that isn't in the movie that you could see in the trailer is one of the ways that they humiliate Regina George is by
pig's blood,
getting her like wet in the middle of what looks like Homecoming, and it makes like her mascara run, and then that's what turns into a cool look, as opposed to the cutting the holes out on the shirts where the boobs are, and seeing like the bra through, and everyone starts doing that to their shirts in the school. So they change that up a little bit.
I prefer the former.
You don't see the boobs, Ben. Calm down.
Joking. It's a
freaking
joke.
weirdo.
It's a joke.
He's always talking about jugs.
You know what? Honestly, let me take that back, because I just realized I'm talking about like teenage girls. So never mind that. It doesn't work anymore. Yeah.
The changes that you made in your life.
Movies about boobs are fine. Or movies. God damn it. Jokes about boobs are fine. Just not underage movies.
Movies about boobs are fine. I love when an entire movie is about boobs.
Yep. I like them in 3 to 4 minute increments. It's on a website. Merry Christmas.
That was really funny. See, that's the kind of joke you gotta make.
The one that I get canceled for. Oh, yeah. Hey, just get canceled.
We're looking for a new host for next week's episode, if you will.
Charlie Young, if you're listening, can you come and just fill in for me forever?
Yeah. So I'm curious about this, but I don't know if it's gonna be.
You won't go to the theater to see it?
No, I'll go to the theater to see it. Because I think seeing a musical especially is like great to see in a theater just for the sound of it all. I want to be immersed in a musical.
Sure. Hey, I'll go with you.
All right, let's do it. Let's hold hands.
When does this come out?
January, I think. January 2024 is when the movie comes out.
Okay.
What's the other one we watched? It was a trailer for Ted 3.
We also watched a trailer for Blumhouse's Imaginary. This is a new
Didn't love it.
horror movie where a woman returns to her childhood home where she apparently abandoned her imaginary friend, and now
he's out for revenge.
I don't know if it's her daughter or her niece. I think it's her daughter, though.
I couldn't really tell.
Yeah.
There was something there that was keeping me from understanding what the connection was.
So they're in this house, and this girl finds this teddy bear that apparently used to belong to the woman now who has returned to her home, and she treats it like it's an imaginary friend, and apparently this imaginary friend has some things that it wants this little girl to do so that she can go visit where the imaginary friend is from.
Kind of like Toby from Paranormal Activity.
A little bit, yeah. And this is a scary movie from Blumhouse, so very much in the same vein. So some scary shit happens, and it looks very terrifying.
It's also from the producers of Megan, Meg 3 in
Blumhouse, yeah.
And so, sorry, I mean, it does have that vibe, right? Where it's very modern looking.
Yeah.
They're not doing like anything grainy or weird. It's a very ultra modern, like cinematography is just very straightforward. They're not hiding anything there. They're really leaning into the bear turning to life.
And it does really seem like there is a like deeper supernatural element where like the imaginary friend thing is like a legit
like
kind
a demon.
Of basically.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
It looks really fun.
I was terrified.
No, it does. I think it looks like it's a great concept to execute as a horror movie.
If you ever see a teddy bear sitting up at the bottom of stairs that you've not been down there,
we're watching the
don't go downstairs. I don't understand. Don't go there. Don't go there.
We're watching the trailer, and the scene comes in where they're in this new house. There's nothing in the house. They open the door, and it's a creepy basement, and there's just the light barely shines on this bear that's sitting on the floor. And
looking up at you. Why would you do
Nate immediately, what? You don't go down there. Why would you go down there?
Why would you? No, I wouldn't go down there as a 42-year-old grown man. Why would you go down there? I wouldn't. There's no way I would go down there. No, I wouldn't.
Annabelle's right there, buddy.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. So if Annabelle like turns her head,
I have a 1-to-1 scale Annabelle doll here down in the podcast.
Okay, but if Annabelle winks at you or turns her head, I am running out of here.
That bear didn't wink.
It did it other times.
It did jerk up and like.
There's another scene
not at the bottom of the stairs when he was talking about.
I know,
it.
but there's other things there. The other scene in the trailer where they're the douche nostrils at the top of the stairs. This guy that clearly is going to get killed.
He's in an upper hallway.
Yep. And this bear with a blanket over him for some reason is getting closer to him, and he's not running away.
No, because
I run at a noise in my condo. Like
he's realized he's stepping on the string.
Yeah,
that's why it's being pulled towards him.
But the string, he let go of the string, and it's still coming at him.
Well, yeah, because that's how the toy works.
Yeah, you let it go.
No. You don't let it come at you.
Well, yeah, because when you pull the string, it comes at you.
It is not. You run.
It's very
you
plausible.
Run. It is already like it's very clear by this point in the trailer that there's demons possessing these toys. Why is everyone just being like, well, let's see if this one works out differently?
I'm gonna ask your kids how often they just find you running away from things in the house, and it's probably a lot.
No, but I
Dad, what's wrong? Nothing.
Oh, it's just the toaster. Never mind.
That's the problem. When you become a dad, you have to pretend like you're the tough guy. So I'm like, oh, that's fine. There's a spider on me. I'm not afraid of that spider. I am, but I don't say it.
I'm gonna walk this son of a bitch outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
do you like spiders?
Took care of that.
Hey, there's a snake there. Don't worry, guys. I'll get it. Like, no, I hate snakes. I hate them, but I'm the dad. I got to pretend like I don't hate them, but I hate them.
I hate them. Hate these snakes.
I don't like imaginary bears. I don't like bears.
I don't like imaginary bears. I don't like real snakes.
I did love Megan, though. That was a good movie.
Yeah, so
you should see Imaginary.
I'll probably see this, but it's just
There we go.
It's terrifying.
There we go.
Of course you should see it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You guys, you want to play a game?
Sure, I'm gonna lose.
As long as you do a game song.
Yeah, you gotta do a song for
do a game song.
Game song.
It's called Good or Bad, Bang for Your Buck. A Christmas Story.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
A little long, convoluted title, but
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you 2 movies.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to
go on.
You're gonna. It's not a buzzer game, so you're gonna go. I'm gonna go Nate first, then I go to Brad, then Nate, back and forth.
Oh
crap! I'm gonna lose this.
So you get to pick whether or not you want to do worldwide box office gross, as far as which movie got the higher.
Okay. Yep.
Or
okay.
Which movie got the better Rotten Tomatoes score.
Okay. All right.
So I'm not gonna give you the movies. You have to pick that first.
okay.
Okay.
So like this round I'm gonna go box office. This round I'm gonna go Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
I'll give you 2 movies, and you tell me which one did more or better.
All right. I got
Does this make sense?
Yep.
All right, Nate. So pick your thing here first. Do you want to do box office? Or do you want to do a Rotten Tomatoes score?
Let's go box office. I'll take box office for 500.
Okay, box office.
It's a daily double.
Now this is off of Wikipedia as far as what they consider to be a Christmas movie. So this is the top did the top like 30 grossing Christmas movies of all time here. So I'm sorry, you said box office, right? Right, Nate?
Yes.
Right. So which of these movies has the higher box office gross? Is it A Christmas Carol, the one that came out with Jim Carrey, or Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas?
Okay. Can you define How the Grinch Stole Christmas? Which year and which make was that?
The Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas was the Jim Carrey one.
Yeah.
And the Christmas Carol was the Jim Carrey one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Jim Carrey Grinch.
That's correct.
That is correct.
Thank you.
And we'll give you a bonus point if you're, let's say, if you're within, I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. It's fun to make up the rules on the fly.
I mean, because I think about this, like, how far, like, how much more do you think the Grinch made? Than
I would say if I'm within 200 million.
You know what? I'll say if you're within 10 million.
All right, I'm going to go with 285.
How much more it
How much
made?
more it made?
All right.
Than the other one.
More.
Yeah.
it made.
How much
Okay.
more did it make than the Christmas Carol?
90 million.
I'm going to say it made like 250 more million.
No, it only made 20 more million.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
I thought I
I was
didn't think the
closer.
Christmas Carol
I
did very
get-
well.
I get the
I knew the Grinch was huge.
Grinch was 345 million.
I thought it was more.
Christmas
than that.
Carol 325.
Wow.
That-
I thought Grinch made more.
No.
Okay.
But it was back in like
2000.
You know, $2,000, which
Brad?
is like 60 million now.
Brad?
Yes.
The Polar Express. Oh, sorry. I'll change it because you got to tell me. Well, you know what? You want to do box office? You want to do? Don't crinkle the
Hey,
bag.
what are you doing,
Don't-
Crinkles, over there? Yeah.
You want to do box office or Rotten Tomatoes?
I will do.
And I'm probably going to change it now that you know the.
I'll do Rotten Tomatoes.
All right. Brad,
Caramel.
The Polar Express or Love Actually? Which
That's
one
good.
get the higher Rotten Tomato score?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Love Actually.
It did. And you know what? Keeping with the 10 theme.
If
you
you're
get
within
bonus
10
points-
points,
if you
come
get
on now, that's
10
not
Rotten
fair.
Tomato points. How many more?
No.
You get the same thing?
I'm gonna say that Love Actually got 25% more than Polar Express.
Incorrect.
Do I get to steal it?
Sure.
12 more.
Incorrect.
Okay.
I got 9 more.
I mean,
Wow.
I was very close though.
Polar Express 56%, Love Actually 64%.
Okay. All right.
Those are both too low.
Well, Polar Express.
Nate, do you want to do Rotten
Polar
Tomatoes
Express
or
is great.
Polar
or-
Express is not great.
They
Let's
look like
you know,
zombies.
I'll do the RTs. I'll do the RTs.
RT's okay? Here we go. Daddy's Home 2
Love it.
or The Nutcracker and the Four Realms?
Ooh.
Wow, talk about a movie that I forgot existed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. Oh, those are both gonna be in their 30s. I'm gonna say probably Daddy's Home 2.
Incorrect.
Wow.
Brad, for the steal, how much better is the RT score for The Nutcracker and the Four Realms?
I'm gonna say 15%.
Incorrect.
4.
No. Daddy's Home 2, 21%.
That's way too low. That's a funny movie.
Nutcracker
Get the fuck out of here,
and the Four
Nate.
Realms,
Love it.
32.
Nope. It's some funny.
32,
some
20?
funny crap.
21, 32.
Oh, so I was close.
11.
I mean, you were wrong though, but it is a funny movie.
Brad?
Daddy's Home 2 is not a funny movie.
It's great.
Brad?
I love it.
It's
you wanna
not
do-
very good.
Hey, have a heart.
Box office or Rotten Tomatoes?
Here's something. I just realized that we're not talking about the same movie.
What?
Yeah, I was thinking about
Snow White and the Henchman?
no,
or
I was thinking
the
about
Hitman or whatever.
Daddy Day Camp.
Oh no, not
Oh,
Daddy.
Daddy
No,
Day was
Daddy.
terrible.
Yeah,
no.
that's a different movie. Daddy's Home 2 is still not great, but
No, but it's fine. It's a fun Christmas movie. I like it. Yeah,
it's better.
Will Ferrell does enough there that there's a scene there where he does the snow plowing where it's like a National Lampoon's almost. It's very funny.
It's an okay movie.
It's very funny.
Nate, I think, likes it because Mel Gibson.
I was just going to say the same thing because I was trying to deflect what you guys always do that to me. So,
Yeah.
Brad, box office or RT?
I'm gonna do box office this time.
All right.
All right.
Daddy's Home 2 or The Nutcracker and the Four Realms?
Daddy's Home 2 for sure.
I did not see the Nutcracker in the Four Realms.
I
did
didn't
you?
either.
Mm-mm.
You are correct. How many more millions did the Daddy's Home 2 make than The Nutcracker and the Four Realms?
I'm gonna say 75 mil.
Incorrect.
Okay.
All right.
Nate?
I'm gonna say 47 million.
Incorrect. It made $7 million more dollars.
What?
The
How much did it make?
Daddy's Home 2 made $180 million. Nutcracker and the Four Realms $173.
I can't believe that
I
movie made
was
173
shocked.
million.
I
I
was
bet they made
shocked.
more on Daddy's Home too.
I was shocked.
That's insane. I
Right?
don't even remember anybody talking about that
Isn't that
movie.
crazy?
No.
I've never heard anybody mention that movie
Who's in that
since
movie?
it came out.
Who's in that movie?
Some girl.
Who is in that movie?
I don't know. I didn't.
What is it called again?
The Nutcracker and the Four Realms.
So this is why you got to pause movies, Nate.
No, well,
We're not pausing the
we can
game.
still play
We're not
the
pausing the game. Nate.
That's a 2018 movie starring Mackenzie Foy. Who's that?
Lady.
Keira Knightley, Helen Mirren, Morgan Freeman, Richard E. Grant.
It's all coming back to me.
The
now.
lady. The lady's in it.
Mom, I'm watching the thing with the lady.
You ready?
Yep.
Nate?
Go.
Rotten Tomato score or box office?
Let's stick with RT for 400.
All right. A Bad Mom's Christmas
Seen it?
or Jingle All the Way?
I know Jingle All the Way does not have a high rating, but I'm going to say that's the higher of the two.
Incorrect.
Ooh.
Wow.
Wow. Right out of the gate.
Brad, for
Fucked it.
the steal.
I mean,
how much better?
Did you know that Bad Moms Christmas is better than
how much
Jingle All the Way?
how much better
It's
than
toss
Jingle
up.
All the Way
I know that's
was the Rotten Tomato score for A Bad Mom's Christmas compared to Jingle All the Way?
So Bad Moms Christmas is the better one, right?
Correct. Wait, what are we doing?
I'm gonna say
I don't hate Jingle All the Way.
No, Jingle All the Way is great.
I love Jingle All the Way. Unironically, watch it every year, multiple times. It makes me laugh.
Put the cookie down.
Who said you could eat my cookies?
This is my cookies. Put the cookie down.
Phil Hartman, man. I mean,
Oh, honestly,
just
what a
the
great
smarmiest little
gem
dickhead.
of a fucking asshole.
I'm gonna say 11%.
Ooh, it's very close.
14.
No one asked you. A Bad Mom's Christmas, 32. Jingle All the Way, 19.
Ooh,
That's way too low.
So it is too low.
yeah.
All right, Bradford.
Chris Parnell is in Jingle All the Way.
Really?
Yep, he plays.
A young Chris Parnell plays a smarmy clerk.
He plays one of the employees at a toy store
Yeah.
who laughs in Arnold Schwarzenegger's face when he asks he's looking for Turbo Man.
I did the Turbo Man.
This guy is looking for Turbo Man.
Okay, looking for a Turbo Man. Oh, I maybe tried 3 weeks ago. Brad. Don't give me a Turbo Man. I need the Turbo Man now.
This is my ball.
Anyway, Rotten Tomatoes or box office?
Rotten Tomatoes.
All right.
Hello, Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, wow. All right, we're gonna give you.
X gonna give it to you.
It's going to give it to you.
4 Christmases
Yep, seen it many times.
or Christmas with the Cranks.
Seen it many times.
4 Christmases.
Is
You're
it better?
correct. You're correct.
Yeah.
By how many percentage points?
I'm gonna say 17%.
Incorrect. Nate.
9%.
Christmas with the Cranks, an all-time banger with 5.
Oof.
No.
Four
It's
Four
better than
Chris-
5.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. That movie's dog
You know
shit.
It's
that-
not great, but it's
Christy
better
Alley
than-
and Tim.
No, it's not
Allen,
Kirstie
right?
Alley.
No.
It's Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. There's been better.
Which is the one with Christy Alley?
Kirstie Alley
Or
did
Kirstie Alley.
Look Who's Talking Now.
Look who's talking Christmas.
It is
no.
Look Who's Talking Now. It's set at Christmas.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
It's
that.
not on my list.
Check it twice.
4 Christmases.
Do you like 4 Christmases?
25.
I'm fine with 4 Christmases.
No, I really don't like it.
25.
Oh, I don't mind it.
Brett,
No,
I like Vince Vaughn, though.
I'm really annoyed by it.
box office or Rotten Tomatoes? You've been doing Rotten Tomatoes quite a bit.
No, I did box office in
Okay.
one before.
So I was
But
gonna-
I'll do box office
I was
this
gonna
time.
force your-
Oh no,
force
it's
you.
Nate's turn, isn't it? Or did he just do this?
No,
I
did. I got that wrong.
Oh.
And then you got to guess the difference.
And you got that wrong.
Oh.
Also got it wrong. So you want to do box
But
office?
a
or
lot of
Rotten
wrong
Tomatoes?
ones.
I'll do box office this time.
All right, box office. Gremlins or Die Hard?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I know.
I'm gonna say Die Hard.
Incorrect.
I was going to say
Fucking-
Gremlins.
Dingleberries.
Nate, how many more?
I'm going to say
millions-
Gremlins. Do I get the point?
How many more millions did Gremlins make than Die Hard at the box office worldwide?
22 million.
Incorrect. Brad?
15 million.
Close. 153 million for Gremlins. 141 for Die Hard.
Wow.
Well,
Has anyone been keeping track of points?
Nope.
Yeah, no, I got a lot.
Okay.
I
great.
lost track of my points.
All right.
Hi, everybody.
We'll do 2 more.
Okay.
Nate?
Yep.
Rotten Tomatoes or box office?
Let's go box office because I haven't been box office in a while.
All right. Box office.
Yep.
Home Alone 2,
Oh, yep. Lost
in New York,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
or
It's got a good emotional sound.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
I'm going to go Alvin and the Chipmunks
It
because,
says-
I'm going to go Alvin and the Chipmunks.
They chop down a Christmas tree, and Alvin and the
Yep,
Chipmunks are.
I'm going to go with, because Christmas time.
That's not how
is
the tie-in
here.
comes in. I think.
Time for joy.
I feel like they're making a leap by calling that a Christmas movie just because that's their
Time
origin
for-
story.
I mean, that's what happens in the film. It's Christmas time.
No, I know, but that's how he finds them. But like the whole movie isn't like a Christmas movie.
I mean, it's set at Christmas.
Is the whole movie set at Christmas?
They chop
I
down.
think there's a
No, I know. That's how they.
There's
that's
a Christmas element.
That's how Dave meets the Chipmunks. But is the whole movie?
And then the whole plot is they help him write a song to help his career, and it all happens right then and there. It's not like 6 years later they help him write.
I'm not sure I've seen the movie then.
I love that you're arguing, and you're like, I don't know. That
It's a classic Brad move. I've not seen the
Now,
movie,
does
but let me have
Garfield-
a firm
Does
position on it.
Garfield eat the lasagna in the film? I don't
No,
know.
only
that
be-
I've seen
only
the
because
Garfield.
I don't remember it being advertised as like taking place at Christmas. Like I like it felt like it was something where like that was they established that's where they found them, but then like the movie continued and like it took place at a completely different like time.
Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, or Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Made more money?
Yes.
No fucking way.
It did.
What?
Yep.
It did. Now, for the bonus point, how much more millions did it make? How many more? How much more millions? How many more
I'm going to say
millions?
38 million.
Incorrect, Brad.
10.
That's damn close. You actually get it because you're within 10.
You can't say 10 million and you're within 10. That's like not even fair.
Yeah,
He's
no,
that's
cheated.
the
He
whole
cheated.
thing.
No, he cheated.
Wait, Nate.
No.
I said
I'm
if
not
you're
playing
within
this game.
10 million, you get the point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter that it just happens the number is 10.
No, I think
No,
it
it's
needs to
not
be
10.
within-
It's not 10.
Oh, I thought
it's
it was.
within 10.
That's what I'm saying. You could be 20 million and you're still right.
No. Oh my God. Home Alone 2 made $358 million. Alvin and the Chipmunks made $365 million worldwide.
Yeah, but adjusted for inflation though.
Not sure.
No, for real. Home Alone 2 would have blown out of the fucking water.
All right, last one. Brad.
I do get what Nate is saying though, because you really could just say 10 every time. And
I know. My
Right?
points are always valid. All right. Go ahead, Brad.
Oh, I guess you're right. Sorry. That doesn't make no sense. I'm an idiot. What are you going to do?
Are you going to go or no? It's your turn.
oh, Rotten Tomatoes.
I wonder how many listeners are thinking like that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I actually don't even. I'm not even sure it still makes sense because it's. So you have to guess how far away it is within 10. No. So
Yeah.
So it can,
I'm right.
Yeah, no,
What the
yeah.
fuck?
Ben's right. Yeah.
Because if you guess,
If you guess 10, it doesn't mean it is within 10.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. We're gonna say I'm right. Sorry. Which one?
I said Rotten Tomatoes.
All right.
Tomatoes.
The original Home Alone, or the animated The Grinch.
Oh, the most recent one.
Most recent The Grinch.
Okay, well hey Brad, I'm gonna phone a friend for you. Remember, inflationary. He did not take into effect.
No, I know. And The Grinch was a big hit.
It was.
I'm gonna say The
You
Grinch.
also said that this was Rotten Tomatoes, so I don't know. Why you're doing
that's a good
inflation.
point. I don't know why I'm
Oh,
thinking that. In that
very-
Well, the inflation is right.
Very good point.
Roger Ebert has passed on, so
in that case, Home Alone.
All
I'm gonna say
right.
Grinch.
All right, Home Alone is correct.
Dang it.
Brad, how many more percentage points away?
I'm gonna say 17.
17.
11.
You are within 10, so you do win.
Huzzah!
I mean, within 10 though. Like it's 17. You
59 to 66.
This is dumb. This is the dumbest.
That's pretty good.
Not bad.
So yeah, here's your top grossing ones. The Grinch all time, $526 million. Home Alone, $476. Alvin, $385. Home Alone 2, $358. Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, $345. A Christmas Carol, $325. The Polar Express, $315. Love Actually, $245. Elf, $225. The Holiday, $205 million.
I don't love the holiday.
I like The Holiday a lot.
I think
The original The Santa Claus, $190.
You know, Nate, I gotta tell you, I think it's really shitty that you defend Christmas with the Cranks, but you say, I don't really like The Holiday.
Okay, but no,
Fuck
stop,
Christmas
stop,
with the Cranks.
stop.
It is one of the worst Christmas movies
Stop.
ever made.
All right, you're being unfair. You're being unfair.
I would rather get
I said it's better than 5%. I said it's better than 5%.
And it's wrong.
No.
The fact that you even feel the need to defend that is what's bullshit.
I'm just saying it could be 15%.
I
That's
would
still
rather
okay. Like
have one of my bare testicles kicked by a Hot Topic
yeah,
shoe
but you like that
than
though.
watch
You like
Christmas
that
with the Cranks
though.
again.
That's unfair. You like that.
No, that's Ben. You know Ben likes the ball hitting.
Sup?
No, fuck Christmas with the Cranks.
So wait, hold on.
I don't like you do this to me all the time. You turn it around that I like Christmas with the Cranks. I'm saying it's better than 5%.
It's not though.
Real quick, we hitting balls?
I heard mention.
I heard someone talk about getting their balls kicked by shoes.
I paused it real quick so I could go pee. But I'm back now. We hitting balls? Guys, we did it. Christmas is around the corner. We will be back hopefully next week. We'll see what time we can record. We might have a special guest. We're going to see if our chakras and calendars align. But
We got Shakira coming.
until then, Brad, where can people
Shakira.
find you on the online?
baby,
And then how like that?
Oh my
You
God.
make me go bad.
You know what? Unsubscribe. Can you smash that unsubscribe button, ladies and gentlemen? Please don't listen to the
Hey,
show. I'm
my-
sorry.
Listen, you're just mad because my hips don't lie.
Oh my God.
I'm gone tonight. My hips don't lie.
It's like Shakira's right here.
Shakira.
So you can find me at
When that part goes low, that's a
slashfilm.com.
guy that does it. Shakira.
Sorry.
You can find me at
I don't know what I'm doing.
slashfilm.com, at Ethan_Anderton on Twitter. Please go to Slashfilm and check out the multi-part gift guide. 4 parts went up last week. By the time you hear this, the 5th part is probably already online as well. It's broken up into several different parts. They are huge.
Oh, you can break up those into different parts, but I can't watch a movie in different parts?
That's correct, sir. Thank
That's
you
how
for
blogs work.
clarifying. So please check that out. And if you like this podcast, subscribe and rate us 5 stars. Tell your friends. Tell your family.
Send us a message on our website because those are our favorites. Go fixyourselfpod.com.
Well, the 3 popes joke was pretty good.
It's fine. I mean, I'm proud of you
Nate, are you
making it.
Are you on the online?
Yeah,
You wanna talk to me?
I've
What's
made my
your-
way over to the World Wide Web.
What's your X?
My X is x.com / Nate Loucks, and Nate Loucks is on pretty much everything. So,
All right.
yeah.
I thought that Brad was going to just jump all over the fact that it's still
I
Twitter.
know.
But you know what? Whatever.
He grunted. He gave a grunt. He
tried to
not
bait him a
happy
little
with
bit.
it.
That's fair.
I will tell you, I was torn between that and making a joke that wouldn't make the cut. I didn't want to interrupt the flow of the podcast.
That's very fair. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with us. Happy holidays. We'll be back hopefully next week. If not, be good to yourself and be good to others. Get it?
Did you just steal my thing?
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?